Okay, guys. Welcome back. I decided to go ahead and do this. I was actually not gonna bother making a video tonight, but I just took my medicine and all that, so I don't know how long I'll be recording. So I probably won't do any game apps tonight. But I do want to do I want to show off some more restaurants and stores. So. I actually might actually split them up though, so they're easier for people to kind of be able to tell or kind of get breaks from them. I should just upload them the same way, but there's like some days or even some weeks that matter where I think making certain videos is better than others. But I'm gonna show off the Fulton Diner, even though I don't really like the Fulton Diner much anymore. I don't like the way they, treated me with certain stuff, and how they treat, people who work there with, being a certain, gender to work at a place. I literally have video proof of that, by the way. I video proved it. Yeah, I still want to show it off, because kind of have a childhood memory here. I think it's been here forever, though. It was something else, though, before by the looks of it. But you can see there's Pizza Hut over there. Got a Pizza Hut. Then it says Diner. It says Diner. But it was like Diner 54 or something like that. And then it was like turned into the Fulton Diner. Oh, it looks like AT&T was there. I didn't know that. It's crazy. They did move down there a bit. Yeah, but it looks like for the most part it's been the Fulton Diner, so they really have not changed it much. It looks like though it kind of lost some of its green though. Yeah, they actually got rid of the green. I don't know why they got rid of the green. I kind of like that. Now it's all brown looking. I'm not sure why I guess they had to redo the roof, maybe. I don't know. There's like the Pizza Hut over there. They remodeled that Pizza Hut. That was one of those that got remodeled, but they remodeled it, but they kept the buffet in there and all that. So the buffet's still there. Because I was actually there not too long ago. And yeah, the buffet's still there. I think it was a little experiment Pizza Hut was trying. Luckily, they didn't go the McDonald's route and try to try to remodel all the locations to, just serving pizza. Because I'm like, that would have killed the brand completely. I mean, they're not doing great as it is, but still. Also, it looks kind of empty in there right now. I forgot too. I think Elvis is in this diner too. Like Elvis is a pretty big thing in this diner. This is the Fulton Diner up there too. So I like how they put it up there, which is kind of crazy. I wonder if it was always a restaurant or if it was something else before. I mean, we see some pictures of it, but it looks like it's still a restaurant. But I wonder if it was something else before. I mean, if you go back here, you see the restrooms are back here. Usually in, houses, usually restrooms are usually they're designed with a bigger hallway. Those are like tiny though. So I don't know. And I mean, even then, again, it's like the men and women's bathroom, they have it on like one side and the other, like a normal, restaurant. So I don't know. I don't know what that's all about. There's some photos there. Like I told you guys, I got some video footage of the diner. I don't know how often we went there because we used to go there all the time when I was younger. Or we went to one place. I think it had like Bulgin waffles in it. I think it closed down though. Well, I used to go there with Grandma and Grandpa Rose, who were my great grandparents, but I called them Grandma and Grandpa Rose because it's easier than calling them great grandpa and great grandma, which they both had passed, but they lived a long time, so they were in my life for a long time before they died. So trying to call them great, like that would have been kind of a pain, So there's the dining room again. Looks like another picture. I guess they already posted it or something. Looks like there's a couch though there. Man, that's like 8 years ago there. So that's about what it looked like before. Yeah, the place kind of sucks though. Like there's like some of the staff there are well, there's like this. They have this quarter machine and they put quarters in there. This quarter machine was not working, so I was like, this machine is like this. It's not working and all that, and I'm like, okay, well, can I have my quarters back, please? And she was getting kind of an attitude with me and all that. I'm like, well, why did you use the machine? I'm like, you literally just told me it was not working, and I didn't know it was not working, She did give me my quarters back, but I was just like, again, I'm like, I hate that. I hate how people gotta be disrespectful like that. There's a rooster there, too. But it really does stink, though, kind of how, because I used to like this place. I did. I kind of wish it had better management, because if it had better management, I would go back here again. It's not the greatest, food ever, but it definitely kind of brings back some memories a bit. My relatives, I kind of had a hit or miss relationship with them growing up, but I did have some good memories with them, Like some. Also, like the little booth there is pretty nice, but yeah, I had like some. I just kind of had like a hate or miss relationship with my family. That's kind of how it was. But I guess my great aunt and uncle, who I called Aunt Lynn and Uncle Jim, which I also think use the word great. They were like barely in my life at all. Like they moved down to Louisiana. They hardly visited at all. I didn't even see them during Thanksgiving and Christmas. And they came up to visit, but they came up to visit in Arkansas. So I never really classified them. They still sent me money. But honestly, even now, I'm kind of like, now that they're up here, I'm like, I don't really classify them as family anymore. I even tried to offer to like have them come with me to my birthday thing, and they didn't come, So it's just like, just kind of annoying there. Also, what is this? Oh, who are these people? I don't think they're police, are they? They don't look like police. Maybe they are. I don't know. They don't look like they're police, but they're dressed up like something, So, I don't know. Got a fish tank in there. That statue's still there. I wish we still had a fish tank. I guess we got fish tanks, but we don't have any fish to put them in. We don't really got anywhere to put the fish, My siblings got their crap all scattered all over the place. And now that I'm basically living with my mom, I don't plan on doing it forever. I do eventually want to get a job and all that, but I gotta get a job and make money, which I couldn't do because I talked about how, my mama and my dad would not let me get one because of the dog. They would not let me leave the dog home by himself, which Again, I've done it before. I mean, we've done it before in the past with other animals, so it just felt kind of stupid. But yeah, I don't know. There's a tank again. Not as fancy looking though. I thought it looked a little bit different. Definitely not as fancy, but I do like the little fish in there. This is something that I think like maybe Captain D's or Long John Silver should do. Is put like real fish in there. I guess to be fair, you want I mean, well, that's the thing. Red Lobster will do it. They'll actually give you actual like lobster tanks, So I don't understand why you can't do that anywhere else. That would be kind of cool. There's Elvis pictures there. That's actually an older one. Yeah, Elvis actually died very young, actually. I think he was in his 30s or 40s. I mean, he was young when he died, which is crazy. Got some more pictures here. But see, right here, I got somebody, we got somebody apparently, delivering, like they're delivering, or helping with food and all that. There weren't really a lot of staff there anymore, I've noticed. I'm just saying, like, you'd have a hard time getting a job at this place. I mean, you could work in the back and all that, but like, if you have, like, I don't know why you would want to work somewhere where you can't work there because of your gender. So it's like I said, you just gotta. I mean, I get there are certain rules in certain places, but I'm just like, I mean, I wouldn't do that in places if I were to run a restaurant. I mean, I'm not saying I would run a restaurant, but I'm just saying if I were to do that, I would hire people, both male and female, make it fair, but it looks like there was some male people in the past. There were some in the cooks, but pretty much the females were the ones that were running the entire place, it seemed like, when I went in there. But, not a lot of people there. Working, I mean, there was a lot of people. It was packed in there, but there was like only a handful of people there. And then we got the tables here. There's a bunch of people here. That's a lot of people. Also, look at the person's hand there, too. It's all blurry looking. That's crazy. That stuff does kind of look good, though. I'll say that. It definitely has an older school, a little bit of like it feels more better than fast food anymore. No, it's still not like nothing fancy or anything like that, but the fact that it has like a little fish tank in there and you got like Elvis stuff on the walls, makes it feel at least a little more something, when you go in there. A lot of restaurants don't even have photos of crap on the walls anymore, which I don't know why they would remove stuff on the walls, but ooh, that's 10 years ago. That's a long time ago there. That's actually an old thing there. That's old. That's crazy. So 10 years ago. That'd be what, like 2025, or 2015 maybe? Because it's the year 2025, unless maybe that was later in the year, but it's already September, so I don't know. But that's crazy though how old that photo is. Then we got this here. Yes, I think I've got some photos. Yeah, like one over here too, looks like. Definitely packed. Not as packed, but still pretty packed. But look at that, that's 10 years ago as well. That's pretty crazy, though. The floor is the same? The floors look a little bit different. Makes kind of sense, though. I mean, floors, a lot of times are going to get redone after a while. I mean, unlike walls, you can't really paint the floors. You have to redo a lot of the floors. I mean, it look kind of like something here. I don't know. They look brighter, though, there, but that could be the lights, too. I don't know. I got that there, too. Another photo. About done, though. That's crazy, though. That's like 10 years ago, though. That is crazy. Wouldn't think it'd be going around that long. We got like it playing stuff on the TVs too. That's what they play at the country clubs with like Papa, and he would take us to go to the country clubs and all that. That's Grandpa and Grandma Rose's son. His name is, I call him Papa. Cause they already call the other one Grandma and Grandpa Rose. Mine, of course, will call Mama and Papa. Yeah, there's all this stuff here too. And actually, okay, I got newest to oldest. Okay, I kind of wish I could do that with the photos too. That'd be nice. But it won't let me do that with the photos of places. I want to see where there's at. I do want to point this out. I actually in the last video I actually forgot to show off the Walmart in Fulton. But apparently the that was not the smallest Walmart in Missouri. There's one way smaller, and apparently it's still around too. I thought Louisiana, Missouri was the smallest one, but no, there's actually a smaller one than that. Now, Louisiana, Missouri does have something unique in it. It actually has a Dairy Queen with a sunroof still in it. Now, the dining room itself doesn't look like it's super fancy. But the fact that they had that at all is very crazy. But yeah, so you get to go all the way back here, though. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, though, if there's, like, what else there is either for, photo-wise, or for maps, Because honestly, I don't know, Google Maps, for the most part, works pretty good. My problem is with Google Maps, though, is it doesn't work all the time. And I kind of want to, look at things from the past, like photos and all that, That'd be kind of nice. And there's, like, photos there. It says Lee. Someone named Lee posted it. And a deer. It's cute little deer there. Gotta be careful with deer, though. Not only when it comes to driving, but messing with them. I mean, you could probably pet them, but they could also be filled with germs. So you gotta be careful. It says Salt River Township, Missouri. Interesting. What else do we got here? We got ourselves another one. That's actually not very. It's a 1 star there. Okay, so it says, my wife and I have dined here for several years. So several years, huh? So that means they were actually probably a restaurant before, definitely before that. I don't know when this date is exactly, though. But let's see here. It says, however, on Friday, April 17th, we had an experience that will keep us from returning as we were being served our diner. A couple entered the dining with their small dog. They they set a high chair next to their booth, but a small blanket on the seat, and sat the dog up next to the table. I asked the waitress if dogs were. She said she didn't know, but the couple comes in often with a dog. We have small dogs ourselves, but do not allow them at the table. Okay, that's kind of a stupid reason not to want to come back, though. I guess to be fair, though, maybe having a dog at the table, I don't know, maybe. But, I don't know, giving it 1 star, though, that's a bit much, don't you think? I don't know. Maybe at a restaurant, maybe, I don't know if we would, but, I don't let my dogs at the table, but I wouldn't give a restaurant, like 1 star for that. That's kind of ridiculous. Got another photo here. I got a light switch. See, that light switch is all glowing up. That's pretty crazy. Not sure where that's at, though. This O'Fallon. That's like O'Fallon, Missouri, I guess, is where this person's at. The World's Fun there, wherever that's at. A yogurt place. Applebee's. Not sure what all that's at. I've got a bowling alley there. A Fulton bowling alley. Yeah, okay. Got Beck's or whatever. Is that still around? That's still around here. I don't know. Got some elephants here, so that's like maybe a zoo. This is a forest park, is what it says. Got some more animals there. I don't know what those are. They look like zebras they look like donkeys, but with like zebra-like legs. Got orangutans, flamingos. So much stuff. A lot of pictures of that stuff, though. Yeah, Chesterfield, them over here with a pool. Interesting. We'll do one more, which looks like it's gonna be this still, or what? I don't know what that is. Lone Wolf 3. This is Lobby Shop Plaza. I have no idea what that all is also about. I don't know. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and actually do this real quick. Because I'm gonna try to get ready for bed. But I want to get this done first. Oh yeah, I was looking at Ames. I forgot about that. Because, yeah, Ames went out, like, Ames was a store went out of business. I was trying to see, because there's some of them, or like one person said there's like one you can look up on Google Maps and you can still see it. What was that? What the name on the building? But I couldn't find anything on that, so. But I'll be back. I'll be back in just a second. Okay, here we go. We're about to see the smallest Walmart possibly in Missouri, unless there's one smaller than that. And there is one smaller than the one in Missouri here. But this is the smallest one in Missouri. Look how tiny this is. Look how tiny this Walmart is. It's so small, see that? Maybe that's it. Actually, I don't know if that's actually it. That doesn't look like it. That actually looks like a different one. I don't know, it's definitely smaller than the one in Fulton here. There's like a McDonald's there. What if this location has a McDonald's in the building or not? Some of these locations don't look like they had him in there. It's just going to take me a second to get over there. I think my throat's got some drainage in it. It's definitely a smaller one, but it doesn't look like the one I think that I saw. I could have swore I saw another one. I mean, you can see the McDonald's over here before they remodeled it. Doesn't look like it was super duper fancy, but I don't know. I don't know, I don't see much. I don't know, this doesn't look right. It doesn't look like this should be this small. I don't know, it's a pretty small, but I'm pretty sure I thought I saw one smaller than that. It's like a mobile gas station there. They got a Hardee's there. That's one of those locations though that got remodeled pretty early on though. Interesting, they had kind of a similar color scheme to this McDonald's here though. That's really interesting. Maybe I might do it later. I don't know. I think that I might just wait. But like, look at this one though. Compare this one over here. Which compare it to that, or actually, we'll go ahead and go back. We'll go back over here. So you can see the front of it. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna wait to do this till later. I mean, I don't know if I'll do it tomorrow or not, because I want to do some other video stuff. I'm saying it like it's gonna upload tomorrow anyway. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm like trying to figure out how I want to do some of this stuff. But there's that Walmart. That's a pretty small one, though. That's a pretty small looking Walmart, though. Very small. To the Fulton one. But see, look at this one. But see this? This one's actually much bigger than the one in the other one in Cuba. I mean, it's still not like, it's still very small, but like, look, it's like a lot wider and all that. The one in Cuba is like small, but I could have sworn there was one I saw that was smaller than that also had a McDonald's, in his parking lot. I could be thinking of the one in Louisiana, Missouri, which that one's about the same size as that one, but I might check that out real quick before I let the video go. Hang on. I couldn't find anything. I think the smallest one is actually in Cuba, but I could have sworn I saw a smaller one, like, than that. Some of them are trying to say it's Louisiana, Missouri, and it definitely ain't. Cuba's is smaller. This one right here, this one's even tinier. Look how tiny this one is. That one looks like about the size of a freaking Dollar General. Doesn't that look like a Dollar General? Like, it looks like a Dollar General, except for it's like Walmart. Now, there used to be a world's smallest Target, too. Sadly, that was tore down. But yeah, they, a lot of these back in the day were, like, people loved talking about them. Even Kmart, like, people would talk about, like, people would go visit, like, the super Kmarts and all that. Now we got, like, one Kmart left, and it ain't even a full-size store. It's just, like, a part of a store, It's kind of sad, but, but... I mean, I would love to see somebody actually buy the Kmart. I mean, well, in Australia, I think the people behind Target actually own it, but in the U.S., they don't do that. That actually would be interesting if that were the case in the U.S., but it ain't. I mean, the thing is, nothing is meant to last forever, but I kind of enjoyed I don't know, Kmart just had more of a vibe to it in the stores than Walmart does, I don't know about their prices. Their prices were kind of hit or miss, but they definitely felt more like chill to be, in there than it did anywhere else. But I don't know. It shows the 10 smallest ones on TikTok, but I have to download the app. And TikTok kind of drains my battery, and it takes up so much space on my phone. I'm like, it's not really worth. I mean, I got a lot of space on my phone, but I'm like, I gotta a lot of things anymore. You have to use apps, Like, I gotta have a freaking app to get points and break time and all that. I'm like, it's just really annoying. I'm like, I kind of wish I could just have crap, just like, why do I need a damn app for everything, It's just like, I don't know. But yeah, that is crazy that we have all that, but this person made it one too. This person found a small Walmart too, but I think the one in Cuba might be even smaller than this one, but this person found a small one. I think he said Alabama, I think is where it was at. Had a lot of southern accents, people in there. Even the music is southern, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I better get inside though, because I'm gonna get ready for bed and all that. But it's just it's been a lot harder to make videos anymore, and I was kind of debating if I wanted to do this or not, but I was like, I haven't done a video in a little bit, I haven't made as many of them. But I'm like, between the siblings, like, there's always one that's staying home, and they're, like, loud and all that, and I'm just like, and between, that and getting interrupted, I'm definitely like, I'm just like, I'm like, it's kind of annoying, Hopefully we can get some videos taken care of, though, but for now, though, I'm going to go ahead and let things go from here, because I'm actually going to get out of the car, and I'm going to actually lock it, because my mom forgot to lock the car, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.